Good Saturday evening, my friends. How y'all doing? Am I greedy for thinking this way? Am I wrong for thinking this way? I was just sitting here, just thinking about a few things. I'm thinking about Jane and John Doe. Jane and John Doe of the United States of America. As many of you know, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, I earn $8.25 an hour at the job I'm doing. Now, I'm very grateful for that job. As some of you know, I was on unemployment. Well, I had the old job, got laid off, went through that, unemployment, family living with me, things were tight, blah, blah. And then I went and I felt that I worked for over 30 years and I paid into it, so I had no problem applying for food stamps, and so I did. I needed it, And so they said something like about 180 a month or whatever it was. And then once my unemployment had kicked in, they said, you're earning too much. You're making 200 and change a week in unemployment, and that's too much. So we're going to take you from about 180 in food stamps to about, it was $16 a month. This is not a let's play a violin, wah wah, feel sorry type of deal. I'm just thinking about the average Jane and John Doe. Some of you may not be able to relate to what I'm talking about, but some of you will. So you are going out to work every day faithfully, you're working really hard, and you're earning $7 and change an hour, $8 an hour, so on and so forth. Some folks, what they do at my job is they do not have a car. There's one fella that walks one way to work 35 minutes. There's another two guys that I see, they get on bicycles. Another person has a moped, and others carpool together, trying to cut the costs, trying to make it. And the other thing that I think that is happening across the United States of America, adult children and their families are coming back home. Empty nesters were having a party saying, yay! We can go to the Grand Canyon. We can finally go to Mount Rushmore. We can get an RV and travel across the country. And Mom, yeah. So I'm thinking about all these different situations. I'm not saying that if I'm inspecting widgets that I should be making $25 an hour. That is ridiculous. But what about $10 an hour? How about $11 an hour? So that we can make it, is my thought. So that we can make it. I'm just envisioning now, I'm an old lady living by myself. It's just me. And I've said it before, we're hemming them together. Many of you are hemming the checks together. And you're doing what you need to do. What about single mama with 2 or 3 kids? What about single dad with 2 or 3 kids? A husband working that has children. What about them? It's not a charity deal, but I think that we need to do something about raising the wages for many of the people. I'm thinking that corporate America, in my humble opinion, is maybe a bit greedy. Maybe a bit. I could be wrong, but maybe a bit. What do you guys think about this? I think that a person should be able to go to work, if it's a widget watching, a putting together widget type of deal, to expect that a grown man or woman earning $7 and change an hour, or in my case $8 an hour, and trying to pay for your rent, your utilities, your auto insurance, perhaps life insurance. If you're lucky, you may have some kind of medical coverage. That'll come out. For me, it's $28 a week. You're trying to get your children some glasses. Some of them, they're going to need this and that. They're going to need braces, what have you. Life. Whatever it is you require in life. I'm not saying that we want to become millionaires, but we'd like these two things, these two ends to meet at the end of the day. It's about that. It's about that. It's about looking into the face of your children and being able to take care of them. And I'm discovering a new, for lack of a better term, I think you've heard this before, working poor. You are not all the way down on the poverty level, but you're kind of the working poor, so to speak, where you're just above water here. And I'm discovering there's a lot of females that live by themselves, like myself, where I work. Early 50s, mid 50s, and in their 60s. There's a lot of us. There's a lot more single men and women in the 50 or above age range, or in the mid 40s and above, you know. And looking for work for several months, and this was the only thing that I could find at 55. Thinking about all those very well educated middle managers whose jobs were the company downsized, so they eliminated them. And they're having to grab their families and go back and live with their parents for a bit until they can, daddy can get another job or mama can get another job. And the homeless rates are going this way. There's a lot of college degrees sitting on the curb and living outside. What do you guys think? Just a little bit more so that we can hem the checks together and make it, is all I'm saying. Thank you all so very much for listening and for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I love you.